And that's what they just did on that play.
Ready. Hot 70 Rangers.
On first down, Willis. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Willis to throw once more. A check down here for Henry. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Taken down at the 30.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Willis now off play action. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. The 4th down, Willis is off, and Randy Bullock is on now for the Titans field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Here we go. 13.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Here we go.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Barkley. A little juke. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Willis. And that'll be incomplete. Looking for Traylon Burks that time. And now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Right there, right, drop 50, drop 50.
3rd down, it's Willis. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Willis. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, it's Willis. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Touchdown, Titans. Robert Woods, 53 yards. And the Titans have regained the lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Now, a quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Here we go.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this will be a Giants first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them. Perfect time to get it done.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Here we go.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and it'll be Titan football.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched, and the ball is knocked out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Gano for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Giants 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, check that, street.
Inside handoff, Henry. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check contact.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Willis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. Barkley will score. Touchdown, New York. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
Ready, set. Set, hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked to these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Garoppolo now. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Willis's throw on target to Burks. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Come 19!
First and 10, it's Willis. This is caught. It's Woods. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Warriors 70.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's second and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Up the middle with Barkley. Fights through him. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 149 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, here's Willis. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Julian Love. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Shepard going to get a chance to run. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Room here to run. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Willis looking to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Giants 42, Titans 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go, here we go.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
2nd down and goal. Willis on the move to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They'll run for it with Henry. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Derrick Henry.
His first rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
Willis will try and throw for this.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On first down, Willis. He gets this one to Burks. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions. No.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. After the sack on first down, Willis. And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. But this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Boy, 196 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
21. Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, it's Willis. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line.
A gain of 6 yards.
Willis, gotta have this one. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Hawk 70. 7 Pirates. Hurt.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Willis, 4th down, has to have it. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Giants, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that.